Hello eaters and explorers, and welcome to my after school special. I've asked you to stay after class today because I want to tell you about a new club activity I'll be moderating here on the BVT channel. If this is your first video with me, welcome. My name is Marista and I'm a vegan traveler and teacher living in Japan. While I'm here, I want to explore as much of this country as I can and immerse myself in the many unique aspects of this culture that there are to experience. Though Japan is known for its kawaii style, I'm more into the kawaii side of things. Some of my favorite things are strange, supernatural, and downright scary. That's why I've decided to share some of the Japanese culture relating to this theme by starting the Yokai Club. If you're not familiar with yokai, let me explain. They're strange or supernatural creatures and phenomena that have been depicted in Japanese lore on picture scrolls since at least the 8th century. The kanji for yokai is made of 2 characters. Yo has several meanings, including attractive or bewitching, and kai represents wonder or mystery. Yokai can't really be classified in a solid category and contain creatures from ghosts and goblins to household items, animals, and urban legends. They first gained real popularity in the Edo period from storytellers and artists in rural areas like Toriyama Seikien, and again in the 60s with the creation of Kitaro by Shigeru Mizuki. Though people today aren't as superstitious as they used to be about these legends, they've still made their mark in cities around Japan and pop culture around the world. While there are very few hard and fast rules about what a yokai can be, we'll explore the history, legends, and powers of these Japanese myths to the best of our abilities, and even take a few class trips to see if we can spot any for ourselves. One of my favorite resources for learning about yokai is yokai.com, created by Matthew Mayer, who's worked tirelessly for years to learn everything they can on the subject and share it with monster lovers like us. They even have 3 books out on the subject of yokai that you can check out, and their website is linked below in case you're interested in learning more on your own time. Before we fall down the creepy side of the rabbit hole, the first yokai we're going to learn about is sure to bring us a bit of good fortune. The Maneki Neko is a beloved image worldwide, also known as the lucky, beckoning, or inviting cat. Chances are you've seen pictures, statues, and figures of this yokai already, and for a good reason. It's easily recognizable by its traditionally calico coat, a red collar with a golden bell, 1 or 2 paws up in the air, and often a koban. Pay attention if you see one of these cool cats in a different color, because they each have their own meaning of safety and prosperity. The gold cat is for money. Black is for protection against evil. Blue invites intelligence, wisdom, and success. Green encourages successful studies and health. Red wards off illness and brings good health in marriage. White symbolizes prosperity and positivity. Yellow cats welcome stability and healthy relationships, and pink calls forth stronger love and romance. Even which paw is raised has additional meaning for this cat's powers of fortune. Seeing the right paw up welcomes money and luck. If you're beckoned by the left paw, it's for a stronger customer relationship. And both paws held high protect your business or home. The higher the paw, the more powerful the meaning. As with most cultures, cats have been associated with the supernatural for centuries in Japan, something that will definitely become more apparent as we continue our journey into the world of yokai. There are 3 popular tales that act as origin stories for this legend. And though this cat is a wonderful symbol of prosperity and giving gifts of good fortune, their backstory isn't always joyous. For example, due to a misunderstanding in the story of the courtesan Usugumo, her calico cat was beheaded while trying to save her life. Everyone thought the cat had gone mad and was attacking her as it clawed at her robes and hissed while she tried to leave the house. Or use the bathroom, depending on the story. Really, the cat had seen a poisonous snake nearby, and as its decapitated head rolled across the floor, it killed the threat by biting down into the snake. To ease the pain of her lost companion, a lifelike cat figure, said to be the first incarnation of the ones we know today, was sculpted in its likeness as a tribute. Another story, however, gives creative credit of the Maneki Neko statue to an old woman from Imado who had to sell her cat for food money. She sold the cat to get money for food. She didn't sell the cat for food. Let's be clear. After the money ran out, her cat visited her in a dream and instructed her to create its likeness in a figure to sell at market in her village for money. With this advice, the woman was able to make enough money to live happily until her death. The doll soon inherited a reputation in a world of good luck. The very real Gotokuji Temple in Setagaya even has a history with the Maneki Neko and is the setting for the third origin story. If you're interested in learning more about this story and seeing the temple, let me know in the comments below and I'll feature them at our next club meeting. While these stories are set in Tokyo, there is some debate that the Maneki Neko was actually created in Kyoto and it found its way north. And many other cities across Japan have streets, art, and museums dedicated to this legendary cat as well. With its popularity as a symbol of abundance secured, you can now find this cat in your everyday life in restaurants, welcoming guests, video games as Easter eggs, and, of course, souvenir shops. And even though it isn't an official public holiday in Japan, September 29th, or Maneki Neko no Hi, marks the day that the beckoning cat is celebrated, with festivals taking place in many cities, including Ise, Seto, and Shimabara. In our next video, our feet will be firmly planted in the living world as we visit some events with the Tokyo Vegan Meetup Group. But there are more monsters and mystery to come in the Yokai Club, so if you want to join, you can do that by hitting the subscribe button and be sure to turn on your notifications so you can stay in the loop. And show the like button some love while you're down there if you're looking forward to learning more and seeing some real yokai and their natural habitats. Thank you so much for joining me at our very first Yokai Club meeting. Until the next one, be sure to stay safe out there, travelers, and as always, eat well and travel often. If you're not familiar with lo-fi, they're strange or supernatural creatures and phenomena that have been depicted in Japanese lore on picture scrolls since at least the 8th century. What did I tell you? I got this. Just in case, we'll do it again. Red wards off illness. Yellow. Okay, try again. Said to be the first incarnation of the ones we know today, in her cat's likeness. With its popularity as a symbol of abundance secured, you can now find this everyday cat. Thank you so much for joining me at our very first Yokai